Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 15th episode of Senioritis. I'm your host, Aaron Johnson, along with my two other co-hosts, Joe Beaver and Derek Tirrell. Matt Lyon is unfortunately doing a bilingual test and cannot make it today. So anyway, how we doing, gents?
I'm doing good. A little bit. I'm in the basement today. Got a little construction going on outside the house. So, yeah.
Yeah, doing well. Last Wednesday where we don't have school for the rest of the year, so
Yeah,
definitely trying to enjoy it.
third quarter ends this Friday, which means we are in the final stretch of our senior year. And I feel like this year is special because I feel like the senioritis is a little bit more than what it usually is. So someone describe this feeling.
Yeah. So right now, the problem with like the way senioritis works, and this year is so weird because to me it feels like a lot of assignments are just graded on completion. So it almost feels like you either do the assignment or you don't. Not so much, So like right now, I've just been like working hard to get all my assignments in, and I am above a 95 in all of my classes. So if I like really needed to, I could just, relax and let that senioritis kick in, but those grades would drop. But it's so weird because, I feel like general senioritis, it's like, oh, like you kind of just like half assignments, you know what I mean? Like kind of like don't spend as much time in your assignments. But now I just feel like it's like you either turn it in or you don't,
Yeah, for me, like the best way I can compare it to, it's like you're running a marathon, right? High school's the marathon, right? You're running for 4 years, right? Maybe it's like a presidential term, but anyways, you're running and you're running. And then like you're in the home stretch of it all, right? Your last year. And then like you're just getting like pounded, like with just like assignments. And then they take away, like they go full remote, then they go like half in person, half like, you know what I mean? Then they just like change everything. And then they're just like really making it kind of difficult for you.
Yeah, the last stretch has not been too easy, huh, Joe?
Yeah, it's like you're running the marathon. It starts hailstorming, and then once you get used to the hailstorming, they add 2 miles onto the marathon. So now,
Yeah,
and that's exactly what's happening. I mean, we've been doing this hybrid thing. It's been nice. It's wonderful. I'm used to it. No more schedule changes. No, we have to go 5 days a week, full in person for the last month. You know how much of a force that is? And I know it's happened before, and I sound super lazy because we're going back to normal and kids have done it before. But still, this whole year has been hybrid. This whole year has been just less school, and now just for the end of the year too. The month of May is going to drag.
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah. Like it is so nice to kind of like as much as learning in online classes is like not great. It's so nice to be able to like sleep in and like just like listen in your classes online and like have these Wednesdays off. And now we are going full in, and I don't think remote work is going to stop across the board. So like this, yeah, you're right, Aaron. May is going to be a lot of schoolwork, and hopefully with vacation, April flies, but I think May is going to drag, like you said.
Yeah.
And in a sense, we were kind of spoiled. I mean, we were given an extra day off. So like, as much as we complain about this year, like we were given Wednesdays as kind of like, I mean, granted, a lot of my meetings are on Wednesdays, so it's like not really a day off, but it's not school. So like in a sense, yeah, we got a little bit more privileges, but we got privileges taken away. But it's just,
Well, also,
I'm dreading it.
like, so we're going for 5 days. Now we run the risk of having to go remote for 2 weeks. So like, how we had that happen a couple times. So if that happens, I mean, sports shut down, studio shuts down, everything gets shut down during that time period too, which would be, I think, the worst case scenario, really.
It's crazy because numbers are like worse than they were last March, when we first shut down. And numbers are worse, and it's just like now we're going all in.
Yeah. And I know you guys might have seen this or not, but Northeastern has become the first school to mandate the vaccine. Now, this might become a move.
Congratulations, by the way, Aaron. I don't think I've talked to you.
Oh, well, thank you. Context, I'm going to Northeastern. But regardless of like my decision, Northeastern is the first school to mandate it, which means they're setting the table for all these other schools to mandate it. I know it's kind of a slippery slope, but what are your thoughts on them making it a mandatory thing?
I'm getting my
these
vaccine
colleges
today. My first dose today. I think it's fine. I mean, honestly, I cannot wait to return to normal life. Like I was saying last week, I want the vaccine more for the societal benefits more than, the medical benefits. I'm not too worried. I'm not, I just want it so I can go to work. I work with younger kids and so I want to be able to go there and like have like the parents be assured that like I'm vaccinated and like the kids be assured I'm vaccinated and not have to worry about that. But also just like go to the movie theaters without thinking about putting people at risk. Go to, go interstate travel without feeling like I'm putting people at risk, So I'm super excited to be vaccinated. And honestly, I will be happy to be vaccinated in college and to know that like my classmates are vaccinated, because then I feel like I can hang out with them, don't have to be as strict with like masks, can like kind of hang out, relax, kind of get back to normal if everyone's got it. So I'm honestly fine with it.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm not too I'm okay with it. I mean, I'm not like in a high risk like group, obviously, so I'm okay with the mandate. I think it also help us get back to normalcy. But like, I'm curious. So like, if with the flu, right, it changes every year. They make a new vaccine for the flu like every single year, so that they can combat the new strains that are made. So like with COVID, are we gonna have to get like this 2-dose vaccine every year? And then like also, are we gonna have to wear masks for like continuously, like whenever it's this like COVID season? You know what I mean? It's gonna be a weird thing. I think like there'll have to be some tough questions that are gonna have to be answered soon.
I think whether or not you've been vaxxed though on these college campuses, I believe maybe inside the actual classrooms, you'll be able to take off your mask. But I think definitely like walking around campus, you'll probably have to wear a mask. I could see that.
It depends on the school though, because some schools are, like don't really have campuses. Some schools are kind of just like, oh, one building over there in the city, one building over there. And then some schools are like a designated campus. And if everyone on that designated campus is vaccinated, then, Yeah.
It's definitely like a slippery slope, but I'm for the mandate. I think it's a really good idea. My one issue with it though is that we have this brand new vaccine that I don't know. I feel like for them to kind of mandate something that's so new is taking away a lot of people's decisions who are apprehensive about it. But at the same time, I guess you got to take some risks.
You can't just look. A lot of scientists and a lot of people smarter than all three of us have tested this vaccine and made sure that it's safe. Okay. They're really, it would be insane if it came out that this vaccine had like a mass side effect that was like crippling. That would be like the controversy of like human history. Like nothing would be able to top how crazy that would be. I really, knock on wood, don't think that we're all gonna like grow a third arm or like get a disease or like become infertile or anything like that. I think a lot of scientists have been working very hard. Like I said, a lot of people smarter than any of us have been working very hard to make sure this is safe and that it won't have lasting side effects. I think we'll be okay. You got to trust the science, and if you want to move forward and get out of COVID, you just got to get it. That's how I see it.
Also, like the mRNA technology, it's like been around for like 20 or so years. So like it's not a new technology. It's just that it's like new in practice, like the first vaccine with this type of technology. So like it's been studied. It isn't something they just threw together.
Yeah, people make way too big of a deal about it having like these crazy side effects that are like do they not really, people test this stuff. Very smart people make these things,
Yeah, like specialists in their field. So
Yeah, it's not like random like doctors just like throwing a vaccine together. Like, and you got to think like, yeah, it took like a long time to make this vaccine. It took what, 9 months plus.
Mhm.
And that's 9 months of these people like, what was that?
sorry, if you heard the paper
So that's
wrap.
like 9 months of people working like around the clock. Like, I'd imagine if you're one of those scientists trying to make that vaccine, you're working overtime. Like, you're getting that, So I feel like it was a lot of people working very hard to make this thing happen.
I
And
also think though, like,
I'm not scared of the vaccine. I'm getting it today. I'm not worried about it. I cannot wait, in fact, to be fully vaccinated. So
I also think like it's been like, sorry, I just lost my train of thought a little bit, but it's like the vaccine. I mean, like you said, it's been studied for so long, and I think when people when they mandate it, it makes people a little nervous. Though I think like when they force you to get it, like institutions and government, though, I think that makes people a little nervous. Though, like I think the technology is definitely there, though, and like they have it right. I just think people, when they hear mandate or like they're being forced to do something, it definitely like turns people off from the idea.
yeah, I definitely agree, but it's not something new.
Mm-hmm.
When you go to school, there's other shots you have to get in to go to college.
Yeah, like measles, mumps.
Yeah,
like
and
chickenpox, all
then
that.
like even this year in high school, we all had to get the flu shot.
Yeah.
Like it's nothing new. People just like to make a big deal of things.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
Good
since
topic though. I can definitely see both sides, but
yeah, I gotta say, like, from my personal opinion, like I've always wanted the vaccine, but the fact that like they've mandated it, it doesn't sway my opinion on it, but it does make me a little apprehensive because now like that decision's like away from me now. It's above me.
Sure.
I can't avoid it. Like
feels better to make that choice.
I've already committed to this college, so it's either I get the vaccine or I transfer. And even though I'm going to get the vaccine, obviously, I just don't like that ultimatum above my head. I don't like how I don't have a choice anymore. So,
Were you considering the other option?
No, absolutely. I'm getting the vaccine, but it's just like, I guess I don't like being told what to do. And at this point, like, even though like even though I wanted the vaccine, it's like now they're telling me what to do. So, anyway. Candy bars. What's your favorite one?
Like chocolate bars, Hershey's.
I would say like favorite candy because this Kit Kat is snacking right now, and I want to know you guys' favorite chocolate.
I got Smarties right now, like the big ones.
Mm.
But I like Hershey's, Smarties, Twizzlers, Sour Patch Kids. Jolly Ranchers, maybe. Joe?
I like the the Airhead like bite-sized things, like the
those things are nice.
Yeah, those are good.
They kind of hurt your mouth after a while, I gotta say. I don't know if you get that, but
I don't know. I mean, I also like Swedish Fish are good. I think they're underrated. I don't know if it's my favorite. Like I wouldn't put them like top, but those are up there too.
So when it comes to like your Sour Patch Kids, your Jolly Ranchers, like how do the colors, like what's your favorite like flavor of candy, like overall, like when it comes to like lollipops, Jolly Ranchers, Sour Patch Kids? Because I'm a blue raspberry guy, like for sure, or watermelon. Those are mine too.
I feel like I like the red because like I feel like red's very like there's like cherry, there's strawberry. It's very like diverse field, but
Yeah,
I think red, the color red, all those flavors, slap.
I like
I
that.
agree with you, Aaron. Red's pretty superior. You got the cherry, like you said, watermelon. I mean, I think red's undefeated.
Strawberry sometimes.
Yeah, red's good.
Red's good. What's on the bottom though? For me, it's like that pineapple, that like grape is pretty low.
They have pina colada gummy bears, and I don't even go near them, man. Like I don't know who thought pina colada would fit in a gummy bear. It just doesn't.
Yeah, I don't get it.
For me, like orange, like I don't really like orange like that much. It's kind of like, I don't know, pretty mediocre. I'd put it low in the tier. We should make like a tier list, like S and then like F or whatever the tier goes. I don't know how it goes, but
Maybe I'm not putting a definite on it, but one of these episodes we'd come back with just a tier list and open up with it.
Just share screen and just tier list the whole.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just embrace the debate.
All right.
Come on.
We'll have to do that once Matt's here, and we'll vote candies up to the top.
Okay, that might be next episode then. I might come in with my tier list and just have you fight it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking we make one together and we vote.
That could work too. What would be more entertaining though? That's the thing. What would be more entertaining if one of us comes in
going at it over where we put this stuff could be fun.
So would we make it live, like as we're on the podcast?
Yeah. So I would like pull up Tier Maker and I would share screen and I'd be like, all right, Hershey bar, make your case for why it's going in S or A or.
I feel like that would take so long though, because like.
All right. Yeah. Well, we don't have to. Yeah, that would take a long time.
No, we can do a set number of candies. Like we'll do like 15, and then we can just battle it out where it goes.
Yeah.
I think we got next episode. But anyway, I'll move along with these topics. So all of our previous episodes, we've kind of complained. We've really put this year in a negative light. But I think there are some positive things to come out of it. It might take you a while to think of it, but there are some positive things that come out of it. What has been a positive impact this pandemic has had on your life? Go.
Okay, well, for me, I didn't have to submit my SAT. So I took SATs the wrong year. My mom signed me up for the real one, like sophomore year, then when you're supposed to take the practice one. Long story short, I would have had to retake it again, like the real deal. And, I didn't really want to do it. And then the pandemic happened. We had rescheduled it, but we just didn't submit it, which was good. Like in general, we didn't have to do any of that. Not that I was like nervous about my score or anything. I just didn't feel like having to take it again. And, that was a big one. Also, like, I think the school year, like that first part of the year when we only went for 2 days and then we had the rest of the week off, that was nice. Like, that was life right there. That was like 5 days off a week. That was like good.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Especially if you're able to get all your work done on like that Wednesday. So then you actually had like a true 4-day weekend. Oh, that was such like a nice treat to like balance out how like bad like the senior year was when it came to the fact that we didn't have like anything fun. That was like the perfect balance.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I agree with you there. With the SAT and the free time. I mean, I still got into like a lot of the colleges I wanted to get into without the SAT. So obviously every school is test optional, but I was happy not to have that pressure of doing good on that test.
Yeah, me too. And
as for the time, I really did those first couple of months when we first went into quarantine. I really did enjoy that. The doing your work on Wednesday, getting the rest of your time off, and then just having fun, like playing video games with your friends, like doing some good, safe old fun stuff. It was a great time.
Yeah, the free time was huge. Really having time to like hang out with my friends, get into like board games and like just kind of like pick up new hobbies, hang out, just even like just pursue things like on your own. Like we did Abington's Got Talent, which was like something that came out of COVID. We probably, who knows whether we would have done that or not, without having to be remote and having people sending in their clips. So there's a lot of good things that have come out of it. The end of last year, especially having school be so easy without classes. School was just so easy at the end of junior year. And I'm so grateful for that.
Mm-hmm.
I was really able to like relax, work, and just do what I had to do. We got a super long summer, which was huge. I mean, I was at the Cape in like April and I would just do my classes there. And then that'd be that. So it gave us a great summer, I would say. Extra long, and even went halfway through September. So that'd be my number one thing. It gave us a nice long summer.
Yeah, this summer was definitely one of the books. I mean,
Yeah.
it was a fun time, and it really helped me find some hobbies. I mean, like I don't think I would be as big into board games as I am now if it wasn't for COVID.
Yeah.
Also cooking. I found cooking. When I wasn't working, I would be able. I would do a lot of like gourmet like meals, either in the morning or at night. And what hobbies do you guys find? So, Derek, you have board games. Anything else?
I've just like watching a lot of, I mean, I've always watched movies, but I've watched a lot of like classics, the like older movies from like the 80s, 90s, like things that I should have seen, like classic movies that you should see as like a movie person, like Blade Runner, Terminator, like
Pulp
those type of,
Fiction, like Goodfellas.
yeah, like movies like that. That's like, classics that are from the 80s, 90s that, you should see as a movie person. And I'm so happy. I've like enjoyed really like digging into all those movies. So other than that, I've been going all in on the board games, and I know you have too.
For me, so I actually just started, like, this is like a week ago thing. So my quarantine just ended about the time. And so I wanted to learn piano, right? And my uncle, he had like a really old one that he doesn't use because he plays a lot of music and things like that. And he's very talented musically. So he gave me and my sister, because she also wants to learn, his older one. And so I've been trying to like teach myself kind of like, not like the notes, but like just like a song or two. And it's been fun. Just trying to kind of figure it out. And then also James Foley showed me chess like yesterday.
Oh, chess is so fun.
And, yeah, it's like chess.com is the website, and that's been fun too. Just like playing people.
That's so awesome that you're starting piano. I started guitar, not because of quarantine or anything. It's pretty funny how I actually started it. I got double booked for the same elective this semester, and there was only one elective. I either had to take VHS or I could take guitar. And I was like, I'm taking guitar. That's no remote working guitar. So just kind of practice at home. So
what is VHS? Is that like, I know it's like virtual high school, but is it like?
So you have to like pick a class, right? And you took it, so you explain it.
I've taken it before, and I actually really recommend it. I know we're leaving anyway, so this really isn't for me. But it helped me kind of find like what I liked for college. So I always had in my mind like dead set on being an engineer. So on VHS, they have all like these really like niche, like really cool electives. Like you can do like forensic science, like law. You can do a lot of electives that pertain to careers. So I did principles of engineering elective on VHS, and I hated it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the course, but just like the actual work that you had to do to be an engineer, did not like it at all. And that's what I thought I wanted from my real life job.
That's cool.
So it helped me find that I didn't like that profession, so I could find another profession.
Yeah, I think like this year especially, I just didn't want to deal, like it was the last semester of senior year, guitar was there. I was like, oh, that'd be super cool, super fun to like just do guitar as like a fun thing to do. But if I was someone who didn't know what I wanted to do in life, or someone like in your situation who wanted to do something but had never tried it, like obviously with me, like it's different, I know what I want to do, and then I've tried it and I've enjoyed it, so if I was in your situation, I definitely probably would have, gone for something. Or if I was in the camp where I didn't know what I wanted to do, I would definitely recommend VHS to like try something, because that'd be cool.
That's a good point that you made, Derek, because with my major too, like I don't know what it's like till I try it. Like I have an idea of what it kind of is like. And like I've taken science classes, but like until I'm doing it, I feel like I'll have really no clue of what it's like really, really like. So if I don't know if virtual high school had something like that, but I mean, that would have been helpful, definitely, to try it out.
Yeah, I hope you're not in the same boat as me, because I love like building games. So I love like creating things. And I got to do that through this class. I got to create like models and all this stuff. But along with that, just came like I would say like hours of equations and making sure all
Measurements.
the torque and all that is right. And it was a little overwhelming, and I just did not like that part of the job, and that's the big part of the job. So I recommend to any high school student, take it early on, like freshman, sophomore year, so you really can find what you like. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So I think I kind of blended in my next topic. So do you guys have anything else you need to talk about?
No, I didn't really come with any topics today.
Oh, actually, I have one thing. So, okay. So I was watching this thing. So I heard the new Mercedes self-driving car, right? So obviously you have pedestrians and then you have the person, like the passengers in the car, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the AI technology that self-drives the car is designed to, if there's a scenario where it has to choose the driver's life or the pedestrian's life, it'll save the driver's life.
Really?
So this brings up an interesting thing. Like, is like that ethical? Like, you know what I mean? Like, who decides, like, you know what I mean? Like, whose life does it prefer? And like, what's the legal ramifications if the AI technology runs someone over, but not the driver, you know? It's kind of a weird thing.
Hate the idea of self-driving cars, to be honest with you.
Really?
I think it's so scary and so awful. Like, think about, and literally right before this show, your computer bugged out. Think about how easy it is. You've all played like Xbox, PlayStation. Like, think about how easy it is for technology to just bug. You know, we've all edited things. All it takes, like, people's lives are on the line here, and all it takes is a little bug and boom. I think unless literally every single car on the road is using like the same like mainframe to like move and drive, and they're all on like the same page, then it's not safe. I don't think it's safe at all. Like, when I'm on the highway and I see someone asleep in their Tesla, I like am so scared. Like, I am in imminent fear for my life. Not to mention technology can be hacked. Do you want to be driven to like a random shed in the middle of nowhere and just kidnapped?
I have a rebuttal, but I'll let you finish your piece.
Let's hear it.
So
no, I'm good. I'm eating my Smarties.
So a computer has a much faster reaction time than you have, which could potentially make it so they can avoid those situations where you have a lapse of judgment or you're about to hit something, and AI can stop that in an instant. The computer can stop that in an instant. I think if more cars go to self-driving, we could actually have safer roads rather than more dangerous roads.
Yeah, no, 100%. That's what I'm saying. If it's like most cars or like all cars, I think it's fine. It's when there's just a few. And it's like, because if there's more cars, like, I feel like a self-driving car and another self-driving car are like would be able to like communicate better than like a self-driving car and a like manned car. You know what I mean? Like, what do you wave on a self-driving car? How the hell does it know?
What? So if like someone's on like a crosswalk?
No. So the self-driving car is taking a left out of a street, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's getting ready to take a left, and I slow down and I'm letting it go. I'm like, come on, dude. Like, you can go ahead of me. Like, you can take the left. How does it know?
That's something beyond my brain capacity that I'm not even going to try.
I don't think it does know. I think that's the catch.
Also, like, what about like a police detour? Like, let's say there's construction happening, like right on 18.
It goes right through the construction.
Yeah, so like, how does it know that the cop's telling it to stop is another thing I thought. But obviously, like, the thing is the driver's supposed to be paying attention. But that's if they are or not. You know, if they are,
well, what's
then
the point? If the driver's supposed to be paying attention, what's the point of having a self-driving car if you have to have your hands on the wheel paying attention?
I guess and also, I don't the Teslas have like summon features where the car like comes to you, right?
Yeah.
So like, that's a weird thing too. Like, car starts itself, goes into drive. Like, it's weird.
But no, I mean, but also you could. So like when you're when you're talking to someone while you're driving, both of you are paying attention to the road. Like, have you ever, like, when you guys pull up to a stop sign, you see the driver look both ways, but you're also looking both ways? like people are paying attention, but the cool thing about like autonomous vehicles is you just have your hands off and you can just have a conversation and not have to worry about the driving, but I guess you still have to worry about the driving because you're still paying attention. But at the same time, like it's a more like relaxed environment. No, I love it. I'm totally behind autonomous vehicles.
Yeah, I think there's just like some things they might have to figure out. And then like also like what if it blows a stop sign, gets pulled over, you're not driving? What happens then? You know what I mean? Like what if it speeds, you're not driving? So like there's some things
Can you drink if you're not the driver?
Probably not.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's a bad idea. I don't like them unless there's a lot of them and they're working in synchronous harmony. Then I think it's an awful idea. And there's like so many ways it could go wrong.
Well, then at that point, why don't they all just rise up against us and take us over? You know, if all these cars are autonomous as one vessel, then why don't they just take over the world?
No, I'm just saying that they should be able to synchronize with each other. That way, you know, my autonomous car can send a signal to your autonomous car that I'm letting you go. And, you know,
so kind of like
autonomous car be like, heads up, there's construction ahead, I see it. And
kind of like planes, like where they have the towers where they tell each other where they are type thing like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. But like, I don't know. I mean, for now, I think it's not too bad. It'll be interesting to see like the next 15 years, like if it is all electric vehicles and there's all autonomous cars, like what that'll be like. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of what ifs when it comes to a fully autonomous car.
I like driving, so
yeah, same.
I'm not going to get an autonomous car. I like driving.
Well, I mean, it's not just autonomous. You could drive it and you could do both. Like you could drive it yourself manually, or you could have it on autonomous like mode or whatever.
Well, why would I go into autonomous mode? Like, it's not like I can take a nap. I still have to be like hands on the wheel. Like,
I mean, I think you just like Aaron said, you should like relax a little bit, you know, less like there's not as much focus, but like you still kind of have to pay attention.
Yeah. It's like if you're going on a long road trip and you're just doing this, like if you're just going straight down a highway, you can put on autonomy mode. And at that point, what do you have to worry about?
I feel like I'd be more scared sitting in a car that I'm not driving, that's being driven by a computer, than me driving it myself. I think I'd be more like, I don't think it would be more relaxed for me. I think I'd be more stressed out knowing that I don't have control of this vehicle and it's just this computer that has control of my vehicle.
Well, it's kind of like cruise control.
You can stop it.
Even use that.
Like if you're in autonomous mode and like there's something happening, like that the AI doesn't recognize, you can just hit the brake or grab the wheel.
I don't know. I don't think I can sit there and like relax. Like, I don't know. I feel like I'd be more comfortable like having control of my vehicle myself than having an AI do it. I feel like there's, you know, some like decisions and like just like that decision making and like that like morals and stuff like that like humans have that like these AIs don't. But also, like you said, Aaron, like, yeah, they can like detect things and stop before like we can. But I don't know. I just feel like when it comes to like morals and like making choices and stuff like that, I feel like humans can like think for themselves, you know? And sometimes that's like what you have to do when you're on the road. Like, oh, do I take this turn? Do I not take this turn? You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I have something to pull out because I remember. So California has rolled out that by 2035, all new cars have to be zero emissions. So,
that's fine.
They would have to be electric.
There's between zero emissions. No, I'm fine with an electric vehicle. That's different from an autonomous vehicle.
Yeah, but that's 15 years. We could see like the self-driving capabilities get put in by that time. Like honestly, I think it's definitely a reality for when in my lifetime to see fully autonomous cars the whole road.
Yeah. And that would be fine if they're all autonomous and they're all working in synchronism and harmony.
But it's just, I idolize Elon Musk, man. I love what he's doing. with all of his companies. Do you guys hear about Starbase? So Starbase is a town in Texas that he's creating, and that's gonna be like the technological capital of the world now. It's literally, there's like nothing there right now, but he wants all like engineers, like scientists, everybody to go to Starbase and to like develop this new technological city. And I find it super fascinating, and I want to move there after I graduate. Like I want to be a part of Starbase because this is like revolutionary.
I don't think you know how expensive it's going to be to live in Starbase.
Yeah, but if I'm making good money, then
Where is it?
it's gonna be in Texas. It's near SpaceX's Gulf Coast launch pad.
I mean,
Brownsville, Texas.
the cost of living in Texas is pretty low compared to like here in
Exactly.
California. So
True, but the cost of living in Elon Musk's city is probably going to be pretty high. Everyone's going to want to live there.
Mm-hmm. There's already a military department for Starbase.
Really?
Yup.
is it like the U.S. military? Like,
I'm Starbase, Texas Military Department, texas.gov. Yep. So it's
They're a private military.
gonna happen. All right. And I can't wait for it. I want to be in Starbase. I can't wait to what the future holds with people like Elon Musk in the world.
Yeah, I think it's great. And I
Anyway.
love following him on Twitter. I love how like up to date he is with all like the trends and stuff. It's super cool.
I like Dogecoin and stuff like that. And
Yeah, like he gets it. He gets our generation, I feel.
Yeah. He's a genius and he's super relatable, which is
Yeah, he's not one of those like rich geniuses that like can't hold a conversation. You know?
yeah, and that like have a god complex.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he's a genius who doesn't have that god complex and like he can communicate his ideas to us. So
Yeah.
I get super excited. I'll end it here because I can talk about Elon Musk for hours. So
All right.
thank you everybody for watching.
Shout out
15th
to
episode.
Mr. Cutter and all the senior officers for getting us the senior shirts. Super cool.
Well, thank you everybody for watching. Catch you all on the next episode.